Hello, I'm Bradley and welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about a passion of mine, which is all things hair care with a particular interest around fine hair, thinning hair, and that battle against hair loss. But today we're going to be talking about those days in between. So not the stimulation of hair growth or the maintenance of the healthy hair growth cycle. How do you achieve thicker, fuller hair on your days when you just haven't necessarily got the time, or maybe that you have spent ages styling your hair and maybe you want to really try to replicate that style, but yet you know after a short period of time everything's just going to fall flat. Whether you're a guy watching this and you've got fine textured hair, or if you're a lady watching this and you really struggle with volume and texture in your hair, one of the best things can be to incorporate a texture spray into your hair routine. So for me, I've been using this for quite some time, not very often, literally sometimes not even once a week, every now and again when I wear my hair down. Okay, this is the FUDGE Professional Texture Spray, creates instant volume and tolloosed texture, so fullness. So this is really, really great at making fine hair in the roots appear fuller, thicker, and really helping achieve that almost scaffolding-like effect what thicker hair types have. In fine hair, which often falls quite flat, can often be quite lank. Even though it doesn't mean to say you're losing hair, if it's so soft and it's so glossy and fine, you will really struggle to hold volume. So something like this is going to really help boost texture and fullness in the root area, helping you achieve fuller, thicker hair styling and help your style last just that bit longer. It is a really, really great spray. Now for me, I even sometimes use this as a hairspray. Now you do have to be careful. We're going to cover those couple of things in a little bit later on in the clip, but it is all around a fantastic texturizing spray. So let's get through to the small points in it. So of course it is a 250ml. Price wise, okay, so it's £10. I buy mine from Superdrug here on the UK on the high street. Now sometimes it's around about the £15 mark, but when on offer, £10. You can purchase this online as well. Now up until a few years ago, it did used to be in a lot of hairdressers and barber shops where I used to get my hair cut. They didn't actually ever used to do it, but someone, where my brother and myself used to go many, many years ago, every time when you walk past in our local area, you could always see Fudge products because they have like stereotypical packaging and things. So I always knew that from where I used to go years ago that they used to stock that product. And I know, for example, a couple of other different places as well, which I did know of in my local town centre, barber shops and hairdressers and things used to stock this as well. But I've noticed as time's gone on, it's not necessarily as readily available. And I know the brand themselves have gone through some changes. So I have used quite a few different professional Fudge products. It is really great. The quality is always there. I've never really had any complaints, I don't think, at all. The only thing is probably about a little bit sort of in the right part of the clip now. The only thing I would say with a texturizing spray is just be really careful. If you're spraying it through lengths and ends, it does tend to almost have like a little bit of a spiderweb effect. So on some hair types and some hair colours, that's like blonde hair, for example, you're not really going to notice it. But in darker hair types, it does have almost like a bit of a powdery essence, what starts to film the hair. Now on fine hair types, that's going to be great because it's going to give you that added thickness and that added bulk. But if you're used to your hair being quite shiny, quite sort of full of movement and things, then you're going to notice it quite quickly and quite readily when you use this. So for me, always use in the root area, underneath your styling, sort of the core of your hair. Really try to use the product there and you will certainly see a difference. So we've used it today. The only thing I would say as well, as you can see, it seems to sort of make the little tiny hairs stand up, which of course is not a problem because in essence, if you're making those thicker, they're going to help at making the hair appear fuller and denser, and it's going to again further help your hair styling. So let's talk to you about it a little bit more on the back here. So instant volume, body and hold with a dishevelled, natural style. This lightweight dry mist instantly lifts roots and adds texture, providing non-sticky all-day hold. Effortlessly brushes out. Now it does brush out. However, I wouldn't say effortlessly, because when you do spray it in, if you spray a little bit too much, it can be a little bit problematic to get out. So just be really, really, really careful because it does sometimes just make a little bit of a sort of a make you almost have to tug through your hair a little bit. So just be really, really careful. Best way to get around that is take a wide tooth comb and just carefully brush from the length of your hair upwards and you'll be absolutely fine. But it is a great product, and as I say, it really does deliver the absolutely most incredible volume straight off. I'm going to see if I can show you on this clip as well, in the top of my head here, because I haven't got hairspray or anything like that at all today, or freeze spray, or any of my favourites, what my subscribers know, like Got to Be by Schwarzkopf Blasting Freeze Spray, or the Volume 1. I haven't got any of that. This is just this spray today. So, and all I've done is I've washed my hair, shampoo, conditioner. There's nothing else in this, no treatments or anything like that at all. I've dried it and I've literally just with my hands gone off to one side and then down through here. So I'm going to show you shortly in a moment the volume what this spray does give, and it just delivers on all fronts. So, and I suppose when you think of it like that, if it delivers a huge amount of volume, you're not going to expect that it's just going to brush out effortlessly and you're going to have this super soft, sleek hair, because you can feel a little bit of texture afterwards. Not as much as that you need to wash it the next day, because it is a really great spray. It really does deliver, and as you can probably see in the root here, this is my thinnest part of my head, and yet it looks really full, really thick. So I'm going to show you that shortly. Really great ingredients in here as well. There's actually pineapple extract in here. It has the most incredible tropical smell. Reminds me of holidays. It's a really, really lovely product to use. This is all gone now, but it lasted me a really, really long time, and it just lasts and lasts. So I will be buying another one of these. It is a really, really great spray. Just a tip as well, because I live in the family home, and it's only actually myself and my mum who's used this, but my mum has very long hair, fine, and lots of it. But this is really, really great to help put her hair up. She always wears her hair up, and she has used this a handful of times as well. And you can always tell, because it just gives you that helping hand, and possibly a little bit higher, a little bit sort of an improved texture to be able to hold clips and bands and things. So if that's you, categorically, my mum agrees, this is a really great spray. For men, if you like sort of like a flicked fringe, or you like a lot more volume, or maybe a long fringe, and that's in a lot of trend at the moment, this will give you that separation, that fullness, that texture. Not if your hair just sits completely flat to your head. This is going to give you that effortless lift, but yet not feel like a real hard, firm gel product. You're still going to have some natural element to the hair as well. So there are lots of different benefits to be had by using this for both men and women. So we've talked about what it said on the back here. Directions, it says shake well before use, spray from a distance 15 centimeters from head, spray on dry styled hair working through your fingertips to amplify. For maximum volume, turn head upside down and spray directly into roots. Now what I would say, because I tried that, okay, is if you flip your head forward and spray this in and then spray it back, I find that it makes the hair far too puffy, okay? But it is a really great product which turns flat hair into full hair with the utmost of volume. So really, really great product. Another one is bamboo extract in here, and you can almost see that when you're using it, okay, you can almost see that there's something in there giving you much more of a structure, a healthier form in your hair. And even as I'm moving forward, you can see that there's a sort of a movement which I don't ordinarily have in my hair, and I'm going to show you that in just a moment. So all in all, a really great product. I love the hairspray. I can't quite remember off the top of my head. I think it's a free spray. Really, really great from the Professional Fudge range as well. And I know when I had shorter hair, their waxes and sort of those type products for shorter hair, really, really good too. So really great brand. And as I say, sadly, you don't see it around so much now. I know the brand's gone through quite a lot. Years ago, growing up, it used to, as I say, it used to be in all different hairdressers and barbers and everything. You always used to see it. It was known for it. But now so much, I haven't seen it. I mean, I've used the same hairdressers for many years now, but it's never been in there at all. And even in the high streets and things, the only place I do see Professional Fudge products is Superdrug here on the UK. Of course, there is a much more presence online, which you would expect, but I just think that sometimes it is sad that we're losing products which we used to guarantee to see on the shelves all the time in the high street. And I know probably that's typical for how our high streets are in our local areas as well. But a product like this, I really don't think it gets enough hype of just how good it is at delivering volume. And now we're going to move on, because there is a little bit in here, okay? But I have only literally had dry hair today and sprayed this through, and you can see in the lengths of my hair, it's making it really quite full and pillowy like. I don't particularly like this look, but I just want to show you in terms of volume what this does, because my hair often ends up like that, okay? Like that. And a lot of my subscribers will know that my hair is always back, but it's flat. So with this, I'm just going to spray a little bit, because there's only a little bit left. You'll note And I like to do this with it. And you'll note that it seems to do this, like pick up all little tiny flyaway hairs, but it absolutely does give, a nice fullness. And that's just from a little bit of this spray, which I really like. I mean, far too much, we're just exaggerating it to show on the clip today, but as you can see, it gives a really nice, if that's you, like a flicky fringe or something like that. And a little tip here as well, whichever way you're planning to wear your hair off to, style it the opposite side. So for example, if you're wearing your hair on the left, okay, draw your hair to the right, because then when you flip it to the opposite side, you're going to naturally get volume and body in it. Using a spray like this as well is just going to boost the hair even more. So as you can see, it gives really great volume, body, texture. The only thing I don't quite like in it is how it sort of grabs and gives like a spider's web effect on the fine hairs or single hairs. So for me, I'd have to, I wouldn't feel comfortable having my hair like that. So I probably wouldn't use as much, but as you can probably see, it makes hair feel and look so much fuller by really not too much at all. As you can see how that just gives the hair much more resistance straight off. So all in all, a really great product, one I would wholeheartedly recommend, and that is the FUDGE Professional Finish Texture Spray. So I hope you enjoyed that little demonstration there, but one I would certainly recommend. As you can see, off to the side, the amount of fullness, texture, and you could even spray a little more in this. Let's see if I've got enough in here to do that in a minute, to spray it back. So spray it all off. Not by much, look, and look. So as you can see, it really does deliver and pack a punch in terms of volume and fullness. So really, really great product. Let's get some of that volume out. Too much for me. And really, really great. So as I say, one I would wholeheartedly recommend and a really great product. So on that note, my friends, let's just tidy this back a little bit. On that note, and sometimes I've noticed as well, what we've just seen there, little tiny bits from the bottle. So maybe the product inside where it gives texture, maybe when you do get to the bottom of the can like I have, do just approach that with caution. Don't go spraying it. I've done that before, made the mistake of it. And then there's been, not by this product, by another one, and then there's been bits throughout your hair, and then you don't see it in the natural light in your own home. You go out and you see it in a mirror, maybe if you're in a store or shop or anything like that at all. Quite embarrassing. Don't want to be doing that. But all in all, a really, really great product which boosts volume, boosts texture. As you can see, even as we're talking here, there's no style, there's nothing in place here, and it really, really does. I suppose I would agree with that, like I'm running my hands through it and you can do it. It makes your hair feel completely different texture, but all in all, a great product which delivers really natural fullness to quite fine, often flat, downy hair for me. So certainly would recommend it, but as you can see, it's quite nice because you can lift it straight away and you've got that sort of fullness and texture. So straight away. So that doesn't normally happen in my hair. So on that note, we've said it about 3 times. If you do have any questions at all for me, please leave them down below. And on that note, I will get back to you as quick as I can. But thanks very much for joining me today. And until next time, I'll see you then. Bye now.